Dollar bets, dollar bets, dollar bets, dollar bets, dollar bets. I felt like saying it a few more times today.
All the way because you got $1 coming, dude, don't you?
Yup.
Oh yeah, oh
Let's
yeah.
uh let's just start right there. We're gonna open up today's show with some accounting. Z, I apologize that I am such a drain on your bank account. This must
Sure.
feel like this is like when I was in middle school and I was getting like weekly allowance from my parents. Like I can
Yeah.
just expect this. I can expect this money on like a weekly basis at this point.
Yeah, I think I had a couple rough weeks just in general, and like last week I just bet like hardly anything, and I had hardly anything. I've won six bets in a row. They're just not with you.
Yeah.
You know, I
Um,
once got 24 bets in a row, actually more than one time. I think that's my highest.
yeah, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
24 bets in a row. Yeah, it's pretty good. Even if most of them
I
were favorites, it's
um
still good.
I should have gotten more money from you this past weekend, but I kind of gave you some bets. Like I've let you pick the heavyweight title fight, and when you said your pick, I knew you were going to win that bet. But just
Yeah,
to get
he's
you
so
betting
much.
on
I found out
UFC,
he
I
was like
allowed it.
minus 500, right? He was like a massive favorite.
Massive favorite. Yeah, I mean the guy that I had like hadn't fought in 3 years or something.
Really?
Significantly older, and he retired after the fight. As is tradition, he announced his retirement in the ring, in the octagon.
There ain't gonna be no rematch.
No, no rematch.
That's what
Now
Rocky
the
said.
sport moves forward.
There's not gonna be no rematch. I just sent you money.
You sent me a bucket.
Sent you a bucket.
Did I get a buckaroo? A
You
Z
got a
buck?
you got a Z buck. Careful, those the currency is near worthless.
All right. What is O's mastery of worthless teams and things in general? All right, but let's review. So yes, you won the bet on the UFC title fight.
Yeah.
Um, we're gonna go reverse chronological this time. We had a bet on the game. We had two bets on this week's game of the week, which was the Chiefs at the Bills, the undefeated Chiefs,
Yeah.
no longer the undefeated Chiefs. You had too much faith. I told you a few weeks ago when we were looking at the Chiefs' schedule and we were like, when are they going to lose their first game? You were like a few more weeks down the road at like Denver or something.
Yeah.
I told you this would be the one.
Ooh. You told me with $1. Good for
Yep.
you. I actually didn't end up betting on the
Yep.
game as sides
But
with you. And I rooted for the Bills
yeah.
because I traded for Josh Allen.
Well, you like the Bills in general.
Yeah, I like them.
You have a man crush on Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, I like Mahomes too. I like the Bills and the Chiefs. I pretend sometimes that that's my team, and it's nice. And then the Lions, I'm just using for money, but I don't really like them. Um, I'll abandon ship when it's
Using me for money. I feel so
NFC
dirty.
title game time against. I'm thinking the Eagles. I will abandon ship. But until then, keep winning. Keep winning. Win, win, win. It's easy money. Easy, easy
Listen,
money.
you know I've always, not always, but the last few years I've liked the Eagles as well. I am a Jalen Hurts fan.
Yeah. Well, their
Yep.
fans are awful human beings, so I
Yep.
don't know why you root for them.
Because I root for the player, not the people buying tickets.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're it's not just the ones buying tickets, just they're mouth breathers in general. Brickheads, brickheads.
Yeah. All right. So we also had the prop bet on that game.
Hmm.
I decided when Harrison Butker was announced to be out of this game. And by the way, is he on IR, missing 4 weeks, or was this just this game?
I think he's 4 weeks, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Not
Um,
sure.
I decided that the Chiefs were at some point going to miss a kick, and I bet you $1 on that, but that did not happen. So that game became a wash.
I just figured they
Um,
probably wouldn't attempt any long field goals. I think just it would have worked out. Not that they would avoid it, I just think it would have worked out that way, and it did. And actually,
right.
Bass missed a freaking extra point. So you had the wrong kick, you backed the wrong horse, bro.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Placement horse does not go
All
to the
right.
booze
What else did we bet
factory.
on? There was another game of the week.
Oh, was
Steelers
it Tulane and
Ravens.
Navy when you lost a bet by 35 points? That was a pretty good bet.
So close. So close.
I was like, you know, whatever happens, I win because I made him bet. He took Navy, and I'm like, oh, interesting. They
That's
suck.
a that's a close game, you know. I mean, I'm
Oh,
used
was
to
it?
seeing my team, aka the Lions, win games 52-6. So 35-0. That's
Yeah.
not that's a close game.
Yeah. Did they? So I didn't see the Lions game because I was hiking, and I didn't see the Bears game on. I only heard the Bears in the radio. I heard the Bears suffering on the radio.
Hold on. Time out, ladies and gentlemen. Z, you were hiking?
Yeah, man.
Z, you hate the outdoors.
I don't hate the outdoors. I just hate when I don't want to
You
be
hate
there
the
anymore.
outdoors.
No, I don't. I get bored, and then I just like, oh crap. Now what? I just don't like being in situations where I don't have control. That's all. And that's
Out of
outdoors
control,
more
dude. It's
often
out of
than
control.
that's more often than not that you're going to be outdoors and you don't have control. But like
Oh my
the
god, we are
ocean's
still having a
outdoors.
conversation about this after this episode, but let's stick to sports right
Yeah,
now.
no, it's outdoors
I
is I
could
like
talk to you about.
control. I like control. So I missed the football, fortunately. I mean, I watched the second most of the Bills game like when I got back. But yeah, the Lions. It's like I guess they decided we got to get Goff's last game out of his system because he threw like for 400 yards and four touchdowns. Okay, well they played
Yeah,
a March of Dimes Make a Wish team so in the Jaguars. So congratulations, you didn't throw five interceptions against the
yeah.
Jaguars. What do you want me to say? That nothing has changed. Clean
Um.
pocket is great. Clean pocket is great. The
Well,
Jaguars
well, one thing
provide.
has
Jags
changed.
provide. What's that?
One thing has changed. So the Lions have developed this really bad habit of whenever they blow out their opponent, they lose one of their best players on defense to injury. Like the Dallas game, they lost Hutch, and in this
Yeah,
game, they lost their linebacker slash the guy who wears the green dot, Alex Anzalone. He broke his forearm. He's out for the rest of the regular season, and maybe he can come back for the playoffs, depending on how this heals.
because you do need the
So,
forearm is not your shoulder. Like you need the forearm for like grabbing people and tackling. Yeah, a little bit. You need a catch and grab.
wait, do you not need your shoulder? What are you
I don't
trying to say
know.
here,
Well,
Dr.
I don't know.
Z?
I've seen people wear those clubs and like tackle people with clubs, club arms. Get back in there,
Yeah,
bro.
clubs you're generally seeing just on linemen. Um,
Safeties.
have you seen it on a safety?
Oh, I've seen it on everybody, man.
Really?
I've seen clubs at the club.
Oh, damn. But yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's generally just for like a broken thumb, a broken finger, right? Maybe a small bone in the hand. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
anything
Forearm.
anything above the wrist, you're not getting by with a club.
There
In
will
fact,
be
you're
no
not
love
playing.
in this club, man. Y'all need some
No.
linebackers, huh?
Well, we've got some good depth, but it definitely is
Yeah.
upsetting that the guy who has been the heart and soul of this defense since the Campbell administration took over, um, like I want the Lions to win the Super Bowl. I will be saddened if Anzalone is not up on that stage when it happens.
Do you think that he won't do you think they can win without him though? Is he how crucial is he? Because I'm like, I didn't know he had the
I mean,
green
he's the
dot.
green dot.
I didn't know he
He's
had the green dot because he's not like a monster, but he's obviously good enough to play and start on that on an improving defense. Like
he's just the smartest football player there is. Like
on the
he
field for
has
the
an
Lions,
ability to yeah, he has an ability to diagnose
the
what's going
forearm.
on with an offense pre-snap. Um, he gets
Yeah,
everybody on the team in the right position before snap. Like,
it's a
and
big
then once the
loss,
play
man.
gets going, like he sees where it's going, and he is always at the point of the tackle.
So
He's
he's
not going.
like a poor man's Urlacher kind of thing.
Um,
Is he
no,
fast?
he's he's quick. I mean, he always gets to where he's got to be.
He's a middle linebacker, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell because I always see him, yeah,
Well, I
near the
mean, the
ball
Lions
and
generally
his
have a
long
two
hair.
linebacker set,
Okay, his long
so he's
hair,
not.
like everywhere. So it's like I don't know what position where'd he come from? His hair is everywhere.
Dude, he's a very popular Halloween costume in Detroit.
I bet that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So,
Anzalone
um,
smash and grabs, man. Let's go.
yeah.
So I still
All right.
think that there nothing has changed. I mean, I said it was I think I said a week or two ago that it looks like the Eagles are the number two and the Lions are the number one, and they could meet in the NFC title game.
As I
Um,
predicted.
yeah, I think you did predict that
Yep.
before the year, right?
Yes, sir.
Both had an NFC East team, and we're just like, I was wrong. But I think
Yeah,
I'm
which one
gonna
did you have?
the Cowboys and the Cow. Well, I told you, I said going in, like NFC is not that good. I didn't forecast it as being very good, and that's why I think the Lions are just a shoe in to host the NFC title game. But I don't think there's any real threat to them before that because like the only team that's beaten him is Tampa, who is a maybe at best to make the playoffs if they win their division, right? San Francisco's really banged up. Seattle has problems, like their coach
San
is not.
Francisco had a bad loss this week.
Why was it bad? Seattle's not bad. They're just not well coached.
Um, I mean,
It was on the road
49ers
too.
are, what's that?
Was it on the road or at home?
No, that was at San Fran.
Oh, my
And
bad.
it was also a game that they were winning till pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
Seattle has some playmakers, so when they actually put the ball in the right people's hands, when they put it in JSN's hands and Walker's hands and Geno's running, then that's their offense. That should be their offense,
yep.
honestly. But they're not. I mean, it. I think Arizona's going to win that division. It looks like they're up by a
Which
game
is
and a half,
crazy.
right?
That's crazy. They were probably the last team picked before the season
Yeah.
in that
I mean,
division.
what's going to be Dallas or the Giants are going to be the worst record, and then the other one, and then the Bears, right? That's what it looks
You
like.
heard the news from Giants camp, right? Daniel Jones benched.
Yeah, that DeVito's agent with the cool hat is back. He's like, we're back on.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that was smart for them because look, like if you find
only a
out you have
year or
something,
two too late.
yeah, but if you find out you have something still with DeVito, win a couple games or just play well enough that you can trade him or keep him as your backup, as your journeyman to usher in like say a Shador Sanders type of player next year. I think it's the right move, obviously. I mean, that's kind of no brainer, right? I mean, it's not as
Well,
much of
I
a
mean, you
no brainer.
understand the financial implications why they had to do this now.
Yeah, yeah, is they save money if he got hurt, they'd be
Right.
fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Swear jar, but they'd be fucked. Um, yeah, like double swear. Yeah, but they're screwed if they don't have if they play him needlessly and then he gets hurt, then they owe him $23 million next year, even if they cut him. So yeah, they're like, we gave you enough money, man. We gave you enough of our dirty, dirty money, and we want to discontinue more of that. And then the other guy, Block or whatever his name is,
Drew Lock.
Block. See, I'm just already wrote him off because they're not going to him again to save money because he has performance bonuses. If you're a backup, just get rid of those performance bonuses and just like, no, I'll take more up front. It's fine because not going to play you. They have all the incentive in the world to not play you. First off, I thought your name was Block for a second. You're Drew Lock. You're not going to play. So second, don't let your agent give you performance bonuses. Okay? Your performance bonuses, you get another freaking contract if you play well. Don't that's suck. That's like buying the rental insurance. Don't do it. Don't no, no, you rent a car, you beat that as shit, okay? You turned it in as it is, but you don't ask for that rental insurance. You don't want that player incentives because they're not going to play you. They have to incentivize the team to not play you. Come on, Locke, do better. Locke's agent, he needs to get DeVito's agent. That's what's up. You know
I just want
what?
to commend you. I think that was probably the best metaphor or analysis in
Thank
the
you.
history of dollar bets. I
Thank
really
you, sir.
enjoyed that one.
Thank you. Well, no, that's what it's
Wait,
like,
write that down right now because that's got to be our title, so we don't forget. We always forget.
Yeah, we do
Write that
forget.
down.
Um, yeah, no, and then so like the East Coast, like the Jets and the Giants are just a disaster right now, right? I mean, what? And then their
Yeah.
stadium sucks too, right? Like the turf is
Yeah,
always
let's just
bad.
get
And
rid of the whole city of New York.
oh my God.
Give
Well,
it
they're
to Russia or
sports.
something.
They're Russia. I can see Russia from my backyard, and they're 0-16 every year.
Yeah,
Um,
and send Palin with it.
Aaron Rodgers is he's
He's over.
how much guaranteed money does he have next year?
I don't know, but I think if you're the Jets, you have to just bite that bullet. He's obviously
Yeah.
not the solution anymore.
No, I mean, it's not. He wasn't the main problem by any means, but it's just not the solution. You're right. Um, and honestly, like, where's he gonna play? He doesn't want to retire, it seems like, but where is he gonna? He's not the type of guy you bring in and mentor somebody. He's not. He's a me first kind of
No.
guy. And
I don't know. You think there's any openings in Canada?
I don't know if there's any conspiracy theorist um rookie quarterbacks he could shepherd into the league. Is Alex Jones going to get his billion back and then buy a team? Maybe he could play for that. Mac, if he can be the GM.
Yeah.
No, but like the Jets definitely should make a play for. Well, Adams is under contract, right?
I
So I
believe
mean,
he is.
if you got Wilson and Adams and those running backs, like you got to put in someone with a pulse to fit the time window, right? So I don't know who goes to the Jets. Fields?
We got plenty of time to figure that out because
Yeah,
the top of the draft still has a lot of sorting out to do. There's a lot of
yeah.
bad teams that are vying
Oh
for
yeah,
those
there's
top
bad
picks.
teams. I really
I
want
feel
the
like there's like a
Bears.
higher than normal amount of bad teams.
Oh yeah. I mean, because one of the teams is four and
It's
six that
like
was
the
4-2.
NFL standings this year, it's like an inverted bell curve. There's like a lot of horrible. There's, well, not necessarily a lot of good teams, but like there's nothing in the middle.
I mean, it's really when I look at it, it's like okay, it's a lot. It's Chiefs, Lions, Bills, Steelers, and then you have Eagles and Ravens, and then there's everyone else. Honestly, everyone else. I don't think another one of those teams has a prayer of a shot.
No, I'm not talking about eye
Maybe
tests and logics.
Houston. Maybe Houston. Maybe Houston.
I'm
Okay,
just looking at
Houston's.
records though.
Yeah, yeah, but like tiers,
Like
there's
there's a lot of teams that are having much better records. Like you didn't think Minnesota was going to be this good.
they're not
You
that good. They're fine.
they're 8-2.
They're fine. They're fine.
Again, I'm just talking about records. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the eye test and what I expect them to do.
I mean,
Yes, if we're gonna,
are they a Super Bowl contender? I don't think so.
no, they're not the Lions.
Well,
Listen, we already have a dollar bet on the Lions versus the field in the NFC.
yeah. I still stand by that.
Yeah, I
Well,
do too.
it's like the Cubs. Like until you finally do it, then you haven't done it, you're not going to do it. That's all. I don't it's
Yeah,
not like I don't have football reasons for besides golf under pressure for thinking that they're not going to win the Super Bowl. If not for the historical aspect of like they've just flat out never been there and last time they shit their pants when they were close, like I would say yeah, 100%. They'll probably because what are the odds the Chiefs win 3 in a row? I mean, pretty good apparently. But the Bills have never won shit. So look at the teams that haven't done anything. Like it's the Lions and the Bills have never won, and the Chiefs have won 2 in a row. So you're like, ah, let's put them in there. The Ravens'
let me
pass
ask you
defense is
this:
terrible.
at this point, who's your pick out of the AFC at this point?
Chiefs.
Still going Chiefs?
Yeah. It came down to a fourth down. It came down to a fourth down run where he just busted through everybody. I mean, like it wasn't like they blew him out and they celebrated like it was the end of the world or whatever. So it's because that is their Super Bowl. They're not going to make the Super Bowl. The
You know,
Chiefs, it's the Chiefs and the Eagles are the Lions, I think. But I think Houston and Buffalo are going to have a say. But most likely, they're going to play each other and they're going to beat each other up a little bit. And the winner goes to Kansas City after they dispatch of the Ravens or the Steelers, right? That's what I think.
right?
But the NFC is just a poo-poo platter besides the Lions. The Lions are legitimately good, but the fact that no one's getting near them, I think part of that is, I mean, the Texans did and the Bucks, but like part of that is just they're just so much more well run and better in the trenches than the other teams. Those two running backs are A's or A minuses easily, right? But like when you add their scheme and their just the fact that their line is freaking dope, their offense line is dope and their scheme is awesome. And that he's going to make a hell of a coach. But I do Ben Johnson, I almost feel bad that he has to pick between these franchises, right? Like, okay, you're going to send him a care package, aren't you? Win or lose, Super Bowl win or lose, NFC title game win or lose, you need to send this man a care package because these are his choices, right? In order of proficiency of perceived proficiency. Chicago because they have a rookie quarterback and a rookie deal in a defense. Dallas because they have Lamb, Dak will be healthy. I don't and Parsons. They have three players. The rest of their team is not good. The Jets have those receivers and running backs, decent defensive guys. Um, ugh. I don't know if the Giants job
Well,
opens up
so
or
I'll
not.
just say this.
Yeah.
His willingness to go to the Jets, I think, really would depend on Rodgers coming back.
Well, the draft,
If
well, they hire the coach before
he
the
will
draft.
not go to the Jets if Rodgers is there.
He hates him.
Yes,
How do you know this? Are you Facebook
I have
friends
my
with
sources.
Johnson?
MySpace, but yes.
MySpace friends with the Lions offense coordinator. I feel like the last 17 Lions coordinators must have been on MySpace. One of them was probably Tom. Hey Tom,
Might
what
as
should we call
well have
here?
been.
Intercept, run the interception play. Yeah. No, I mean, do you feel like there's any team that doesn't get the 2 or 3 seed or plays in that side of the bracket or whatever that is even a threat to be within a score of the Lions in the playoffs in the first playoff game is assuming they keep winning enough to they get the 1 seed.
So they get the 1 seed, then they're probably playing the worst division winner, right? In their first game that they would play in the
Let's see.
divisional round.
Let's run through it. We're presuming the Eagles do indeed not
Get the
only win
two.
but get the two, right? Because Arizona's 2 games behind them,
Yeah. So
and
then you got
Atlanta's
a battle between Atlanta and whoever comes out
Atlanta's
of the West for
Atlanta's
the
got
three
five
and four.
losses. Yeah, Arizona's got 4 losses. So yeah, it's the Eagles. Okay, so the Eagles or the Lions are in contention for the 1, but most likely the Lions do hang on, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't have the tiebreaker though.
No,
No one
those
has a
two teams don't
tiebreaker.
play.
Well, no one has a tiebreaker
No.
because their NFC record. The Lions, they both
Well,
have
the
two.
Eagles do have two conference losses.
No, they lost to the Chiefs, didn't
Okay.
they?
I'm looking at the standings right now. The Eagles are 5-2 in the conference.
Oh, okay. No, they lost to the Falcons and the blah, 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 blah. Who? Somebody.
I will tell you right now. I'm pulling it up. They lost to the Falcons and they also lost to the Bucks. Dude, the
Bucks are good.
Bucks. Look at you guys.
Yeah. I think the Bucks are going to win
World
that division.
beaters.
I'm about to win that Atlanta dollar from you, man. They suck. Told you they
Uh,
suck.
I still need them to get to 10 wins. That's
They're
not out
not
the
getting
window just yet,
anywhere
but it's
near
getting
10
real
wins.
close. It's getting real uncomfortable for me, my dollar.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I got to dig up that win totals page. I don't know if we like wrote it down.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, good. So here's the thing is I don't think none of those teams are going to get close to them. So like Arizona, Atlanta, or Tampa, or San Francisco, or Seattle, right? Or Minnesota. So it's Minnesota is going to be the 5, right? And they Minnesota or Green Bay presumably are the 5, and the other one is the 6, most
Right.
likely.
For
So
Washington.
yeah, one of those
Yeah,
guys.
no,
I think
probably Minnesota at this point.
Washington's going to fall out. I
Washington's
think
kind of slipping.
I think
Yeah.
Washington's going to miss the playoffs. Yeah, I of those teams, I think Green Bay has the best shot to make it a one-score game. But I wouldn't take Green Bay over Detroit. Um, I really think the Eagles is the
Yeah, I
only
agree with
team.
that assessment. I think Green Bay knows how to play Detroit.
Yeah, and
They could
Green
make
Bay's
it a shootout
weakness.
at least.
I mean, I think Detroit will pick off a couple passes and Love will mess up. But if they just keep it, if they kept on the ground and played play action and kept it a close game and just get just enough pressure on Goff at the right moments, then you have a lot closer game. But I think Eagles are more capable of running their game against Detroit, so it stays close enough for the line breaking through could be the defensive line could be the difference maker for that game because of the aforementioned Goff situation. But like if you keep that clean pocket, you're going to the goddamn Super Bowl. I mean, I just don't just because I don't think it's gonna happen doesn't mean it's not gonna happen. I mean, look how much I owe you or it's paid you this year. I don't even know. It's probably like $15. I don't care. I don't care. Set it on fire. I don't care. I don't care.
All
I don't care.
right, so listen to this stat.
Yeah.
Um, just double check. Okay, just amongst NFC teams, I'll disregard the AFC for a second. The
Mhm.
Eagles have the second best point differential at plus 80. Obviously, the
Lions are like
Lions are number one.
165 is my guess.
You were close. You were real close.
What is it?
159.
Oh man, I'm amazing, dude.
So, I mean, they are 1 point off from being double of
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
closest team.
Yeah, I mean,
By
I
the way,
think
in
one
the
factor there
AFC,
is on the AFC South is who the NFC North is playing. And so that's Houston, a bunch of scrubs. I mean, you're playing the Colts, it's going to get worse. You're going to kill them. Do you like 7.5 point favorites or did it go up from there? Um, just ride I'm riding
yeah,
the Lions are going 15-2 or 14-3. And then the Eagles are going to knock off. I'm going to say Green Bay is the only one that can play spoiler. And if it's Green Bay and Detroit in the NFC Championship, I'm hammering the Lions. That's the
yeah.
only scenario in which if the Eagles don't make it, I'm hammering the Lions. I don't care who they're playing.
All right,
Because
Z, we've got
ultimately,
about. Go
yeah,
ahead, finish your sentence.
yeah, ultimately my desire to make a little bit of money trumps my heart every time.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
heart is like, I can't live in a world where the Lions have done this. I can't do it. I will if it comes down to it, but it's like, I try to stay as neutral as possible, but I do think that it's the Eagles, the Chiefs, and that's it that can beat them. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What do you
think,
want? What do you want to finish with, boss?
yeah,
Boss
I was gonna
man.
say because we got 5 minutes till our basketball begins.
Hmm.
Um, is there anything? I mean, college football.
Now, what do you think? All right, what do you think of who is the who? If Jake Paul is the goat of marketing, who's the second? I mean, like he's like Barnum and Bailey or Vince McMahon at this point, right?
Those are some good names.
I mean, it's P.T. Barnum, not Barnum and Bailey, but like P.T. Barnum, Vince McMahon, Jake Paul. Who else is on that Rushmore of just like you know, it's not necessarily snake oil salesman, just like effective marketers. I don't want to count Mr. Beast. He did like
I
pranks and shit.
mean, it's Olivia Dunn,
Olivia Dunn?
LSU gymnast who is
Nah,
queen
no,
of the NIL.
no, 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 no. We're not. No, she's savvy. Is she savvy?
We're
Yes.
not going there.
We're not going there. The real reason why she. No, 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 no,
How
no.
about Donald Trump?
Yes, yes. So our marketing Rushmore is Donald Trump, P.T. Barnum, Vince McMahon, and Jake Paul. Because
Yeah.
everyone knew that that fight would end in a unsatisfying Jake Paul decision, and we still watched it. We knew it was going to happen, but you're like that. There was just a little bit of element of danger that Tyson could knock him down. That we're
Yeah.
like maybe, and we're like people. Some people either loved one and
Yeah.
hated the other, which is absurd because this is a handshake deal to not kill each other, and they make 20 million each.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. But you know
And
what? That wasn't the fight of the night. For all of you guys who did watch that, the undercard was
the last
a
undercard, right?
women's championship. What's that?
That was like the master undercard, or like the one right before the quote
Yeah,
unquote main event. That was the main event. So
yep.
what weight class were they?
That was, I
Like
think they said
140, 150?
super lightweights.
They were super
No,
all right.
they
They
were
were
like,
bashing each other.
dude, whatever weight class they were probably around like 125 or 130 pounds. Those women absolutely beat the crap out of each other for
I
the
didn't know how to
entire
feel about
fight.
that. I didn't. I don't like blood sport. I like boxing occasionally, but I don't like just sitting there bashing. You're like, I was like, are they are they mad at each other? What are they doing? They don't have to do this. No one's making them. No one's making them not defend themselves or back up or anything. They're here. What they did? They're just like bash, 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 hug, 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 bash, 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 hug. The bash and hug technique was really fascinating to me. Bashing, we're hugging, we're bashing, we're hugging, we're bashing, and now we're hugging again. It was fantastic, but I still felt weird about it. I just felt weird about it, but pretty good fight, pretty good fight, and it was ended in controversy too. So I think it was fixed.
What controversy did it end in?
I don't know if you were watching, if you were listening to Netflix announcers, which one of them might have been Rosie Perez, um, Cedric the
Oh,
Entertainer.
it was. I learned that after, and yeah, I hope I never hear her announce another boxing
I
match
will not
again.
do her voice because that's not okay for me to do, but it was really obnoxious. Just like she was in White Man Can't Jump. She had the same White Man Can't Jump voice all the way
Dude,
through.
she should
Her
have won an
line was
Oscar for White Men Can't Jump, but
she should have.
coulda, shoulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Would you? How many $1 million would you take to, or would it take for you to be considered a total fraud and on Netflix?
Oh, dude, I'm not getting in a ring with Jake Paul.
Why
Not for any. Not
he
for
carried the
any.
fight.
What's that?
He carried the fight. He'll carry you. He won't
Yeah, he's
hurt
not
baby.
going to give me that same respect.
You know, he won't hurt. No, man. Well, he would fight you. He does like to fight guys that aren't like prime fighters. So not that you're not beef, man. You're a beef, man. But like, you're not. You're smaller than that dude, man. That guy's pretty jacked. He's a
Dude, I
great
almost got in a
marketer.
fight today at the dog park. I'll tell you that story as soon as we go off the air, too,
Ooh.
which is
All
about
right,
now
you
because
heard
we
it
got
here
one
first.
minute till
O
the game
versus Jake
starts.
Paul. O versus Jake Paul on Netflix on the bicentennial. See,
No,
put me on
it's not
that
going to be on
Rushmore.
Netflix. It's going to be on Shudder.
Horror movie. Simulcast, Hallmark, and Shutter. You
Yeah,
heard it here
Hallmark.
first. O versus Jake Paul on the not bicentennial, the what is it called? 250-year anniversary of America. There's nothing more American than a YouTuber fighting a podcaster. All right, bye.
Hi, everyone. I'm Geraldine Glass, a leader in the field of music as medicine, and I'm excited to share with you my newest release of healing sound, Pentatonic Visions, with Chris Scholler and Electrocast Records. Immerse yourself in ethereal realms where the harmonies of nature, tribal rhythms, and soundscapes blend with the crystal singing bowls. It's out now, streaming on all platforms.
Dreaming of the perfect event or longing for a clutter-free space? I'm Stephanie with I'm with Steph, where your vision becomes a reality. From magical weddings to transformative home organizing, we bring you expertise and passion to every project. Whether you're planning a grand celebration or seeking peace through organization, we tailor our services to meet your unique needs. I'm with Steph. To explore our services and connect with me directly, visit I'mWithSteph.com. Mention Electrocast for a 20% discount. Electrocast.